there, world of tankers, and welcome to the channel. I'm your host, Droodles Blitz, and in today's live stream, we are going to be doing the Feliche. Now, we're not going to be able to 3-mark this tank in one stream, because it requires a ridiculous amount of XP to 3-mark. Just hoping that my background gaming thing will... No, come on, borderless gaming. It's not working. My app, which is supposed to make this game full screen, is not doing what I want it to. Normally it does the trick, but it's not doing it today. Alright, I'm going to close Blitz, and I'm going to close Borderless Gaming. We're going to reload it, and hopefully it'll work. Let's see. End task. Okay. Alright, take 2. There we go. Alright, as usual, by the way, guys, there is going to be a 3-minute stream delay, just because I don't want to deal with players going out of their way to try and ruin my experience. Alright, I'm going to try one more time. If it doesn't work, then I'm just going to leave the game in full screen. But it should... There you go. Okay, got it to work. Nice. Problems solved. So, it took about, what, 4 or 5 days since the Black Friday event was brought into the game, but we are now finally able to 3-mark the Feliche, and it is the second highest mark requirement tank in Tier 10, with 292 XP needed. The only Tier 10 that has more than this is the T95E6, which is 300, so I'm dying. In general, this is going to be a really painful tank to 3-mark. We'll see how it goes. That's really all I can say. We'll see how it goes. I have a feeling it's going to be a bit challenging. I mean, one of my friends averaged 3,900 damage in the vehicle for 90 games, and that's how many battles it took to 3-mark it. And we'll see how many games it takes me, but I have a feeling that it's going to be quite a lot, especially because I usually don't go for crazy average damage. I usually go for base caps and team supporting plays instead. So maybe we'll stream for like 2 hours today, depending on how I feel. And we'll play from here. Speed. What the heck am I reading there? Hello there, world of tankers, but I think you spelled it wrong. Alright, well, I'm obviously trying to make my way towards mid to begin with. What do they have? They have 2 heavies, being a IS-4 and a 116 F3. We can already see the 116. Okay, I'm just going to keep on crossing. And we've made it over here. We got the T-22. Boom. There's a nice 436. However, we have the Jagdpanzer. That Jag is a real pain because I can't do anything about this T-22 with the Jag on my side here. Let's wait for my turret to turn. Aiming. Boom. Okay, apparently the Jag managed to gold through me. There's one. There's 2 shots into the Jag. And there's 3 shots into the Jag. That's pretty good. However, we're still not in a great spot here. That Jagdpanzer is a real big threat, and the last thing I want is for them to just, do that. We love that. We love when it's like some trash bag player who just gets away with a terrible play because nobody on my team is supporting me. Like, that's pretty fun. Either way, we're going to chill here. We're aiming on the enemy Kampfpanzer. There's 1 pen for 475. 3, 2, 1. 2 pens into their tank. They're out of the game. And now we're going to turn around. We still have the Jag on us, but we're doing okay for the most part. Alright, reloading. 3, 2, 1. Okay, that player's dead. I'm going to put on my speed boost, and we are going to push the enemy Jag. Here we go. Nice. Hello, Mr. Jag. That's right. Back off that hill. That's right. Okay, we got the enemy IS-4 over here. Wait for my final shell. There's 420 into the IS-4. Not able to get another pen, But we're going to aim it on the Yag, and boom, there you go, 369. Great shots, dude. This Vickers Light is completely useless, though. I mean, they have done absolutely nothing this entire battle. They haven't helped me. They haven't done anything to this enemy Yag Panzer. They are completely useless, and that sucks, because I've been doing a lot this game, but there's only so much you can do when you're given, you know, a useless teammate like this. We have the 183 on my flank, and boom. No more bat chat to deal with, so that's pretty nice. We have the enemy Yag over here, which we do get a penetrating shell into, so that's pretty nice. I'm just going to keep backing up now, and let's go over here. That Vickers Light is the biggest pile of trash I've ever seen, actually. Like, legitimately, the biggest pile of trash I've ever seen. Wow. Players like that Vickers Light deserve to be banned. That's really as simple as it is. And there's one pen into the enemy 116. 2 pens into the 116. Pen into the Yag. It's obviously pretty nice. Okay. Reloading. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boom. There's one shell into the enemy 116. 2 shells into the one. Okay, and the IS-4 hits that. Don't worry, though. Our Vickers Light is very effective, guys. I've dealt 5,500 damage, and this freaking useless teammate in the Vickers is why we're going to end up losing this game. Just nothing I can do. Yeah. That's crazy. I do all of that effort, and then we got this guy. Fring Incognito. You know why? Oh, yeah. This might be the guy in the Gus Fring clan. Will be reported for rigging. 100% will be reported for rigging. Yep, amazing. Amazing, dude. Just gonna say, it will be banned. Enjoy. Players like this, I will go out of my way to get banned from the game. Pretty sure this is the guy in the Gus Fring clan. For those of you who don't know what that is, it's a clan full of people that purposefully troll and rig games. I mean, he's obviously done nothing. He hasn't capped any bases. He hasn't done anything the entire battle. So, realistically, this person is purposefully trolling. I don't know if they know who I am. Sometimes you get people like this, and they're just trolling in general. I mean, this clan is known to purposefully troll. But, you know, we're wargaming. And we don't do anything about people that troll. Ah, yes, a very skilled player. Oh, well. It's just a classic example of wargaming not doing anything because they're useless. I have reported this clan. I have reported the WCNA clan as well to wargaming so many times. And wargaming is the only company I've ever seen in my life that allows players like this to exist without any punishment. They really are the only multi-billion-dollar company, and this is how they moderate their game. So good job, Wargaming. Good job. I mean, I don't really care. I did fine. I did 5,570 damage and aced the vehicle with a defeat. But obviously this Vickers Light is purposefully trolling. There you go. 32% win rate. Okay. Let me go message the Wargaming moderator. Where is he? Okay. Well, I sent that. Highly doubt I'll get a reply. But, yep, as I said, it's a whole clan. It's not like this person is purposely trying to ruin my game. If you go to the clan, it's the, it's the Gustavo Fring clan. It's just a bunch of players who purposely try to troll games here. And for some reason, Wargaming refuses to do anything. 4,600 games of purposely trolling players, and yet Wargaming has not done a single thing about it. So good job, Wargaming. I'm very proud of you. Very, very proud of you. We'll do unsporting conduct. This player has received a warning. Wow, Wargaming. A whole warning? I'm so proud. What is this? 25 coupons. Okay. Alrighty. Well, let's try again. It's the trolls again. It's just the Gus Fring trolls. They've been doing it for a while. It's just hilarious to me that Wargaming doesn't do anything about it. I really do think that Wargaming is the most useless company I've ever seen when it comes to protecting their game. I personally, if I were a game dev or a person who developed a game where I wanted people to have fun, fair battles, I would do my best to moderate against people trolling and rigging. But over here, we have World of Tanks Blitz, where Wargaming does jack squat to solve problems like that. It's crazy. I remember making a video on the Gus Fring crap like a year ago. This should not, like, in the first 100 battles, Wargaming should be able to detect, oh, this player's going 30% win rate. Any player that is actively going less than 40% win rate should be reviewed and banned if they're found rigging. That's really as simple as it is. It can't be that hard to track players that are going less than 40% win rate. And there can't be that many players that are also going that low in win rate, because you would have to actively try to be that bad at the game, right? So, it's kind of how I see it. There's a second pen. Okay. It's already 900 damage. Boom. 480. Can I get the kill? Dang. I was really hoping I could get that kill, but just one of these games where the enemy team is freaking awful. Good job, V4. You can't pen this tank. You really can't. You can try, but you won't. I mean, the level of armor this thing has hauled down is ridiculous, and because of that, it really allows this tank to just bully. Got these guys 2 or 3 times today. Yeah. But that's the state of Wargaming. Multi-billion with a B dollar company. And they still can't moderate their own game against players who are purposefully trolling and rigging games like that. Kind of wild when you think about it. As I said, I can't think of a company who does a worse job at moderation than Wargaming. I really can't. There's plenty of companies that I think struggle with moderation, right? But those games also have 10 times the player count. You've got games like Escape from Tarkov and, you know, the Call of Duty titles, which do have a lot of players purposefully rigging and trolling games, but it's to a different level. It's not like this, you know? Okay, well, we're up to 3,200 damage, which is fine. There's a 376. That player's dead. Pretty average game, 3,600. We didn't get any kills, but it's fine. Wargaming for no reason, don't do anything? Yeah, good job, Wargaming. Ooh, we went up 0.06 in that battle. Ooh. When's the shirtless stream? Oh, God. I don't think we ever got donated for a shirtless stream.
Cheeseman-Eve2LL donated $2.79 through Super Chat. Take my money. By the way, when's Shish 1 RT less Steam?
And that is why you don't pay $300 for a tank? Huh? The tank isn't $300 as long as you just use your gold on the bundles. I think it cost me $150, so it's definitely not $300, but I'd say more realistically $150 to $200. Well, the 5120's going up. Good job, David. You're very skilled. I'm going to start by capping the base, and then after I cap it, I can move up. Here we go. Nice. Okay, that'll be a decent start. Can't really do much to the type, and the Yag's pushing down, but we can shoot the enemy AMX for 430, which is decent. And the most effective DPM on this tank is single shots. You want to shoot once, reload once, kind of like this here. This will give you by far the most effective DPM on this vehicle. Bonk. Five, four, three, two, one. Alright, let's see if we can get some damage into the type. There's 420. There's 490. There's 386. And 376. Yo, guys, this tank is good for the game. Tanks should be able to deal 1,700 damage. Whoa! Whoa! That's good for the game. Well, it looks like the 50B is going to try and deal their little chunk of damage. We're going to drive behind the Yag and get a nice little chunk into that player. Get a bounce from the Stridsvon. I'm not going to waste my repair kit. Got a 400 bounce. That would be from the enemy chieftain. We are already up to 3,000 damage at this point. And we're just going to move on in. Keep on going. Oh, you bounced me. This tank may be slow, but it definitely makes up for it. Okay, that was a perfectly aimed shot and decided not to pen. Okay, getting a little bit salty. I won't lie. When the game screws me over like that, it can be a little bit frustrating, to be entirely real. I should not be missing shots like that, especially when the Stridsvon is really freaking stupid and just, like, purposely driving into the open. But whatever. We know that Droodles will never get good RNG. There's 439. Yeah, I mean, do I really need to say anything more about my RNG in this game? It's pretty impressive just how I can manage to miss those shots. It really is. And... oh, wow. I'm, getting a little salty, guys. Getting a little bit salty. I mean... That's pretty impressive stuff there. I don't even know how we managed to miss those shots. Wow. Obviously, this tank is pretty OP. Like, I consider it to be one of the most OP tanks in the game. But it doesn't matter how OP your vehicle is when your team manages to clean up all the kills and your gun screws you over. Well, we still went up. We aced it, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, that's pretty tragic. Won't lie, that's pretty tragic. Do you think teams should be more balanced, like not giving one team 3 super heavies and the other team a rhino? Yeah, I mean, the game should always be balanced, though. I've been saying that for years. Okay, apparently the T100 hits the only weak spot on this vehicle perfectly. Clearly the most skilled player ever. I just love how players like the T100 drive over the ridge and get rewarded for making a play like that. If I were to do that, I'd be nuked by a 183 and die instantly. It's just pretty funny when you think about it. There you go, 369, 433, 449, and there you go. That's 1,400 damage and a Yag Tiger taken out of the game, just like that. So what are we gonna do? Well, I'm screwed, really, is what it appears to be. Because our whole team is just going to do nothing and allow the TVP to drive behind and do whatever they want. Yeah, wow. This is very, very engaging gameplay here, guys. I love teams like this. Okay. Yeah, this is really, really fun stuff. E3 is just gonna tunnel me. Yeah, wow. This is really, really exciting. 439 into you. 457 into you. Yeah, shoot me again, bozo. I'm sorry, you can't. Get out of my frickin' game, you piece of trash. What an unenjoyable as hell experience. T100's gonna tunnel me. Every single player on the enemy team's basically going to focus me. And, it's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy stuff. Yeah, good job. Good job. Wow. That's really fun. It's really fun when you are rushed in mid for no reason, apart from the fact that, I guess, my team sucks. I mean, I'm not really sure what else to say. The E3 drove into the open to tunnel me. Average TVP player driving into the open to tunnel me. And what's crazy is that we have a 183 and a Yag who do literally nothing. The most exposed, easy spot ever to shoot these players, and yet the Yag and 183 just allow the enemy tanks to get away with that. That's crazy, dude. It's absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. Okay. Well, not really sure what else to say about that game. The craziest part to me is that this T100 LT is being rewarded for playing like trash. Like, this T100 is probably a decent player. I'm gonna guess 65% win rate, maybe. But I mean, look at my teammates, dude. This AMX is just ignoring the T100 so that he can shoot the IS-7 in mid, when the T100 is very clearly the threat. Like, this is wild. This is why I hate T100 players, because they get away with the dumbest moves. If I made half of the plays that this guy did in the T100, I would have been destroyed 9 times out of 10 in any of the games that I play. But this guy drives into the open, gets to punish me, gets to punish every single player on my team, and not a single one of my teammates punishes him in return. And that's just crazy to me. It's absolutely crazy. I mean, I still went up on my mark, and I still did my job. But just the fact that this player, not even a 60%er, gets away with moves like that and does 5,000 damage is insane to me. It's insane. But that's the current state of Blitz, where you can drive into the open like an absolute moron and get rewarded for it, even though I have 2 of the most dangerous tank destroyers on my team. That's crazy. I had a Yag and a 183, and apparently neither of them could connect the brain cells to support me. That's wild. Your gun betrayed you? Yeah, that game on Falls Creek, my gun absolutely betrayed me. Oh, great. I'm going to drive into the base. I made 40k gold for free-to-play watching ads. Not a bad idea. Alright, well, the good news is we do get this base capped. That is the good news. The bad news is that my teams absolutely suck. Okay, the Foch got absolutely destroyed. Okay, wow. Wow. It's frickin' Chungus, of course, as well. Absolute trash. I do have team support. Yeah, good job, Chungus. Okay, wow. perfectly aimed shot and it bounces. That is crazy, dude. That's crazy. This game is going to make me mauled. I'm cooked again, aren't I? Because you got players like this VK72 who just drive into the open for no reason. That's the play they make. Skilled, bro. Very skilled. Yeah, you want to go, Chungus? Let's go. There's one 528 damage shell. There's a second 360 damage shell. There's a third shell. Oh, yeah. Not so fun now, buddy, is it? No, it's not so fun now. Hey, you want to keep pushing me, bro? Like, do players not understand that you can't push a tank that has 4 shells? Yeah, good job, Chungus. Bye-bye. I hate Chungus so much. He's just such an annoying player. He always tunnels me, always goes out of his way to try and ruin my experience. But obviously, he's not nearly as skilled, so I usually get the last laugh. There you go. Easy clear into the enemy Foch. Pretty easy stuff. Got the 4005 over there. Doing okay in this game. There's our second kill. 2,900 damage. Then we have the 57 heavy over here. Boom. 465. That puts us up to 3,300 damage. And boom. Another shot into the 57 heavy, putting us up to 3,800. Pretty decent game overall. I have not been YOLO'd at that spot, at least. Such a weird game. Yeah, that was a pretty awful team. As I said, sometimes it doesn't matter what you do. You just get the worst teams ever. Indulge me? What's the percentage that I'll get to learn something and go above my average 49% win rate? I don't know what that means, I'm going to be honest. Hey, we aced it again. We went up 0.09 in that battle. Oh boy. Oh boy. 3 marking this tank is not going to be fun. I can tell you that right now. It is not going to be fun. But we'll see what we can do. Mm, 116 F3. That's it? I get 1 heavy. Wow. Blitz is so fun. It's so enjoyable fighting 3 mediums, 3 tank destroyers in a super heavy. Now, that's what this tank is. It's a super heavy. And Wargaming's forcing me to use my super heavy in a matchup where there's not a single heavy. That's really fun. That's just, that's glorious. Thanks, Wargaming. It's really exciting stuff. Well, here we go. I can't wait for this exciting battle. This tank is great at dealing with heavily armored vehicles, right? It's not too hard to figure that out. It has high damage per shot. It has a fairly inaccurate gun, so shooting at things at distance like that M60 are pretty unreliable. However, to make up for that, okay, thank you. Progetto, most inaccurate medium in tier 10, manages to snap me immediately. Makes sense. This is a pretty unenjoyable game to be stuck in here already. I have a feeling the 116 is going to be right there. Of course. Of course. We got the 140 and we got the 116. And what am I going to do? I can already tell you. It's going to be jack squat is what I'm going to do in this game. Because there is nothing to do in this battle. There's 489. Yep, there you go. That's exactly what I knew was going to happen. The 140 was going to shoot me, and... Yep, there you go. Bro is the most skilled player ever, and that's why he's able to hit my hatch apparently every single shot. I wish I was that good at the game. That I could hit that tiny little hatch over and over and over in a camping 140. Wish I could do that. Well, once again, I can't do anything. I have no support. Well, I have support. This is what happens when you are in a slow vehicle like this. You're just screwed. You don't do anything. You sit here and you watch the game unravel around you. Yeah, okay, dude. Yeah. Isn't this really exciting? Yeah, good poke there, Tactical. That was really, really impressive stuff. You wanna test your luck again? I like how that player's 420 alpha gun rolls 477 on me. And now, I am screwed because my whole team has left me. So that's really, really exciting stuff, isn't it? I can slowly back up. That's the only play that I can make right now. I do get a pen into the enemy 116, which is decent. And, got the prog on my side, so I can't really do anything about that. There's... Oh, yep, gotta love that. Thanks, RNG. That's really, really helpful. Okay. There's one pen into you. 2 pens into you. 3 pens into you. Isn't that really exciting stuff, guys? It's really fun to drive a super heavy and do literally nothing because all the mediums that you had supporting you left. And then the matchup forces you to go up against no heavies, so you can't make any plays. Isn't that really fun? Yeah, I love when my mediums like this Bat Chat decide, you know what? Screw you. I'm not going to support my one heavy. I'm going to leave the medium flank the moment things go south and screw them over. This is why it doesn't matter how skilled you are at the game. When you're in a slow super heavy, you are basically begging your team to not screw you over. That's as simple as it is. And you saw it firsthand here. I basically got screwed because my team refused to help me. When you get matchups like this, it's not possible to have fun. It isn't. You should not be forced in a slow tank to be going up against 3 mediums. It's just not fair. Hello, Miko. Yeah, good job, Bat Chat. The funniest part is they all bail on me to go over to the heavy flanks that they die immediately. They don't do anything. I bet you that I did top in the team, and it's not even close. Shouldn't 3 marking this be easier? No, it has a 290 XP mark. I did 3,000 damage, which is totally fine for the game that I was thrown. And there's our team. There's the Progetto. Yep. Yep, there's the Progetto. There's our Bat Chat. Yep. It's just crazy to me. These are the players that I get. These are the players that I get. I get screwed because my mediums refuse to help me. If that medium flank had just stayed on the medium side, we would have won. But, oh well. Oh well. Oh well. Alright, here we go. This is a Feliche more OP than the Type 5. Different. I think that if you told me which tank I had to perform better in, I'd probably pick the Feliche, because with 2 shots in this vehicle, you can deal 880 damage, and the Type 5, 1 shot can deal 800, but this tank doesn't have the downsides the Type 5 does of its size, and legitimately, honestly, weaker armor. Great. Another battle where I have 0 support. My M6 show is going to mid. Actually, it's an M5 yo, but they have 4 heavies this game, and we have 4 heavies as well. But as we can see, my 1 heavy is AFK. Yeah, this is great. This is going to be super fun. I'm basically screwed from the start. Not really sure what to do about this. Stridsvan's going to be rushed and probably die. So I'm going to... maybe not. 2 of their heavies went mid. Alright, that's good. It's the Chieftain and K91, meaning a BZ75 and 116F3 have not been spotted. There's the 116. So at that point, it is just... Okay, well, there's the K91. Let's drive over the ridge, and boom. There's 374 into this player. Boom. There's 461. I don't want to dump my reserve shell. I have a feeling it could be a bad play to do that. So I'm going to chill here, and we're going to wait. There's a second shell into the K91. And bye-bye. Okay, there you go. Good stuff. Now we have to turn around slowly but surely. We've done 1,700 damage so far, and we haven't bled too much, which is obviously quite nice. There you go. Nice 425 into the Chieftain, putting us over 2,000 damage. Okay, it's pretty good. Of course, we have the 263 rolling up on my rear, and we got the Chieftain on my front. I'm going to aim it on the Chieftain. Just going to back up to a point where that Chieftain can't really hit me. Alright, I'm okay. This thing's obviously really, really slow, as you can see, so it is limited by its mobility big time. Okay, there's 460. Yeah, you want to go, buddy? You want to go? There's 2 shells into your tank. However, I need to back up a little bit. Wow, and he hits that. That's crazy. The thing that sucks is that I have no support, and now the T-30 is going to roll behind me. That's great. That's just great. It's so lovely to play this game, get screwed by my team over and over, have 0 support. Look at this. Where's my team, dude? Where are they? I don't know. I seriously don't. I'd love to give you an answer, but I can't. I cannot give you an answer to where my team is right now. So we'll back up, and we do get a bounce from the T-30, which is obviously quite nice. We're going to aim it on the 263. Which we do get one nice shell into. They end up ramming me, and they do die. There you go. And now we can reload again on this enemy T-30. Here we go. Get a nice shell into them. And we get a bounce, which is pretty nice. I think the only realistic play I can make at this point is to face-hug the T-30. But what's funny is that I have a full health STB who's just refusing to help me. Like, what are we doing, dude? Okay, there you go. Just wiggle back and forth, and that tracks me. I die because of that. I die because it tracks me. That is crazy, game. That is crazy. Well, I did pretty good. I did a lot of damage. I once again supported my team to the best I could. You have no mobility, and your team left you there, and you are done. Yep. It's the promise Super Heavies. Always will be the promise Super Heavies. It doesn't matter how good you are at the game. And this battle, again, was such a great example. I have this full health STB1 who's clearly at least decent at the game with 1 mark, and they should have stayed in mid and helped me. They should have stayed in mid, they should have helped me fight the 263, and then they should have helped me deal with the T-30. And instead, they left me to go off and do whatever they were doing. And even if they did a decent job there, leaving your Super Heavy to fend for itself against all the enemy tanks is never going to be a smart play. It just isn't. This player's obviously cooked. There's just nothing they're going to be able to do. The enemy team has base caps, and yeah, it's just done at this point. It's absolutely done. Not sure what this STB even thought they were going to do. Oh, okay. Guess they get lucky. I thought 2 weeks were needed before he could know. It was 2 weeks if there wasn't enough people playing in it. Well, there you go. What a shocker. Well, I did 5,000 damage, and we went up 0.1 on our mark. Oh boy. What sucks is that a lot of these games I'm doing a lot, but it doesn't really matter when my team just doesn't do anything to support me. Our M5 Yo did bottom on the team, the TL7 did second worst. Pretty tragic. How much are we averaging in this tank so far? 3,900 damage for 13 games. Pretty good. Okay. Doesn't mean the A Phase 1 is coming into Blitz. I mean, it's confirmed that the A Phase 1 is coming into Blitz if you just look at the Black Friday event and the literal attachment called It's Coming, or something like that. Okay. Well, slowly going into the front line. I do really like the look of the Feliche. The Feliche. Oh, we're so slow. Oh my god. Oh, we're detected from an XM and an leopard that's over here. Interesting. There's one pen into you. I don't think the 183 will pen me. There's 2 pens into you. Tempting, but I'm not going to do it. It's still 900 health off the enemy 183. And because this thing has so much turret armor, it's very hard to counter. I will gladly sacrifice DPM to bleed out a 183. That is just a given, you know? There you go, 426. And reloading again. 550. And, yeah, you're not going to hit me, 268. Bonk. 430. Pretty good stuff. Already 2,300 damage dealt now. I think you can start to see where the Feliche is kind of insane, because you have so many shells, and when you're in a situation like this, and you're not reliant on DPM, you can just shoot your shells, reload, and then once we get them back, we can deal a lot more damage. So that's what we're going to do right now. Okay, apparently he pens me. Alright. Damages my ammo rack. Poke it again, XM. Okay. Goes into the one spot I didn't want it to, which was directly in the gun. It's not hard to pen an XM. If you load gold, you can pretty easily do it. Alright, I think we're going to wait for my shells to come back. So let's wait a little bit longer. 6 more seconds, then we can start poking. Okay, here we go. There you have it. Nice 382 into that player. Their game is basically over at this point. Let's see if they're dumb enough to poke it again. Okay. They got so lucky that that didn't end up penning. But they didn't learn their lesson. They poked it again, and that time we did get the clear. So 2,800 damage has now been dealt. Going to step into the base really quickly. Our teammates are obviously being rushed over there. But I am going to get some base cap points, so we're going to take advantage of that. There's the Sheridan. Okay, and boom. Okay, not bad. Cap. Hopefully our leopard is smart enough to go for the base caps. Bye-bye. Friggin' bozo. Well, this player's dead. I'm not going to be able to do any damage to them. Just too slow. We did okay. 3,000 damage is a fine result, everything considered. Oh, God. It's just a great example of where the DPM on this tank is definitely nothing crazy. But we got 2 kills, we capped a base, and we did 3,000 damage. This was overall a pretty solid result for this tank, if I'm going to be real. There you go. There's 418. There's 446, and actually we did 3,900, so not bad at all. Oh, Nuzzy's in the chat. Hello, Nuzzy. How you doing? I never gave you mod. Let me give you moderator, Nuzzy. So I can see you when you type in chat. Ooh, ha, ha, ha. Where is it? Video detail. I don't know where the heck live streaming went. But nice to see you in this stream, Nuzzy. Let's go over here. 300 damage dealt now. And boom. Standard moderator. Done. Alright, not a bad game though. We went up 0.08. Ooh boy. We're just going up in none of these battles. Alright, here we go. Hopefully this game goes a little better than the last one. In terms of mark XP. We're going up so slowly right now. Alright, capping the base. As I said, I don't know how long we're going to stream today. We've only been streaming for about 46 minutes, but our mark's gone up like 0.5% because... Oh, great. Our team allowed that BZ-75 to cross. That's pretty crazy. Ooh, that's not good. That's not good at all. Our AMX 5120 is already dead. Wow, good job. Slowly, slowly, slowly moving up. Bonk. There's 380 into the concept. Gonna keep going. Bonk. There's 458 into the concept. The 183 bounces me. Not too surprised, because this tank does have good enough armor to get bounces from 183s. And we're gonna continue moving up. Alright, that's shell number 3 loaded. And... there you go. Good job, Guillermo. Get out of my game, you piece of trash. Bye-bye. This guy's AFK. I will graciously farm this hit point pool. There's one, 534. Of course, we've got a Kron here. He's going to farm all the damage. There's two. I'm going to block my Kron a slight bit. I just want to get the third shell out. There you go. Kron can get the kill. I just wanted to be able to get the HE pens into that guy. Now that we have him, totally fine with it. Of course, that ate my reserve shell. Are you kidding me, game? That's wild. Cannot believe that ate my reserve shell. Bruh. It's fine. We should still be able to get one more pen. And it actually might work out for me, because if the Kron pens this guy, I can get the kill, which will give me some more XP. So I'm kind of hoping that my Kron does end up penning him. Can you? Can we pen him, Kron? Thank you. There you go. I wanted the kill. I could have gone for more damage there, but 2 kills, 3,800. Pretty good. I'm just skilled, of course. Well, we got 1,269 XP, which brought us up, oh boy, 0.07. I don't know what more I can be doing in these battles. So far, we have gone up 0.86% in this vehicle since we started today. That is just so absolutely trashed, bruh. I'm dying. While we're up against PGI. Speed. Ah, not Juantonio. Frickin' Juantonio. I have no words, dude. That's a real human being. Frickin' Juantonio. Oh, great. Okay, we get the bounce. Juantonio fired an HE shell at me and bounced. What a shocker. Oh, we got the Super Conk over there. As much as I'd love to shoot the Super Conk, can't do that right now. It's one shell into the enemy. Okay, really. Oh, but the Super Conk will shoot me, of course. I'm gonna be real, PGI. I'm not sure why you moved up there. That definitely solidified your fate. Screw it. I'm not gonna cap the base. We don't need to. I need to go for damage right now. I can take a lot of HP off this player, as you can imagine. It's just so slow. Of course, the super conk flexes all the way back. Oh, okay, well that works. Goodbye, Juan Antonio. There you go, 346. I waited for his reactive to wear off and still rolled 300. That's crazy. But hey, I'll take the ammo rack. Dang. F Hispanics. That's crazy. There's one pen into the super conk track wheel. Two. Okay. Yeah, I love that. I love the super conk armor. It's so good for the game that the super conk can just get bounces like that because it has so much freaking track wheel armor. Well, we still did pretty good. We tracked him, and we're up to 4,400 now because of that ammo rack. So, can't get too mad. But I do hate super conk tracks. They are so ridiculously chonk. Oh, gun. Oh, well. We got good RNG, and then evened out with really bad RNG. If you take psychedelics, you won't feel alone when you play. Well, 4,400 damage. We went up at 0.09 again. Whoa! Oh my god. We've aced this thing a lot. We have aced it a lot. And, yeah, not bad, but we're still only at... See, this doesn't make sense. Let me show you guys how this doesn't make sense, right? Let me explain how this doesn't make sense. Look at my XP. Right now it says I have 110 average XP in this vehicle, and I need to get to 292. If I'm averaging 110 XP in this tank, how is my mark only 0.94%? It should be about 30%, because 240 is 65%. So if you actually do the math right now, my mark is sitting at around 30-ish percent. And yet, for some reason, it only says I'm sitting at, like, it just doesn't make sense. I drink booze. Yeah, I know you drink booze, you frickin' poob. I know you do. Your third shell almost loaded and Wargaming said it's 0-0. You clicked it and your reserve shell just went into it. Yeah. 0.08 with an ace. This game has to be trolling. Yeah, I don't know. It's bugged. The numbers are clearly bugged because, as I said, we're at 110 average XP, and you need 300 average XP to basically 3-mark this thing. So with how much we've been averaging, we should be sitting at around 30% right now. It's probably just bugged. Is it worth $300? I wouldn't recommend buying this tank for $300 unless you're, you know, having plenty of money to waste. Okay, well, slowly moving in. Oh, there goes that guy. There's 440. Let's go for the track wheel. Perfect shell into the track wheel, and it doesn't do crap. That's wild. Let's go for the track wheel again. Oh, we got another ammo rack. This thing must have decent module damage, because that's 2 ammo racks we've gotten now. Okay. That sucks. I mean, we're doing okay so far. But we gotta reload. This thing's DPM is quite bad. He is running Spall. Damaged his Amarak with the first shot. Let's get the clear on the IS-7. There you go. Pretty good. I'm gonna get one more of these kills. Obviously, getting kills is a great way to get XP, so getting 3 kills is a pretty solid start in this game. And then while we're reloading, we can capture this base. I prefer girly drinks. Pina coladas are goated. Alright, there you go. That base is capped. Gonna reload. 3, 2, 1. Boom. There you go. There's one shot. Nice little ram. And then... I should have just fired. It's fine. We got 3 kills, 3,100 damage. It was a pretty... And we capped a base, so pretty good game. Did we ace it? We did. Another ace. So let's see how much XP we got in this game. 1,202. Okay. That's fine, I guess. Nothing crazy. But we're going up more, at least in our percentages now. Droodles, they are bringing the G-Sword, the tank, into Blitz. What do you think about it? Well, if you happen to watch my video where I break into my whole review on it, then you'd see, you poob. I'm so wise, indeed. I have great taste in people, Nuzzy. That is your profile pic. Oh my god, it's a cat. I just realized that. Am clean as a bar of soap. I don't drink or do drugs. I do neither. Oh god, not math. Relog. Nah, it's not a bug in that regard. It's just the game isn't showing me the true number right now. It's just Wargaming's terrible calculator. I feel like the Superconk and Feliche have the best overall armor because they can town fight and go hull down. I agree. Spotted the VK-45. Detected myself, though, so we're going to chill here. Of course. Good job, Chungus. This is going to be a very, very frustrating battle here. Okay, well. End him. Got a bounce from the Yo. Wow, Chungus, you're so good at the game. As I told you guys, Chungus like goes out of his way to try and tunnel me every single game he can. He's the biggest pile of trash known to humankind. I don't care. He threw his game away to do it, so I hope you're proud of yourself there, Chungus. Yeah. It's not so fun when the tables are turned on you, buddy, is it? That's what happens, though. Well, we're up to 2,000 damage so far, and just gonna move up slowly. Okay, there's 1, 2, 3. 3,000 damage just to steamroll. There's nothing you can do in games like this. It really isn't. I've done okay. 2 kills, 3,000 damage. We assisted 1,500, which is really nice, but it's just not much you can do when your entire enemy flank falls apart this quickly. as I say time and time again, super heavies are amazing at dealing with other super heavies. That's where they really shine. I do find it funny, though, when you find players like that 4005 who think that they can win a trade war with a vehicle that has more alpha damage per shot. We aced it again. Went up 1% this game. We actually got 1230 XP. We've been acing this thing like crazy. I mean, how many games have I played in this tank? 18, and we've aced it 13 battles. Might be the best tank to earn credits in right now. I mean, every single game we play, we are just 200,000, 200,000, 200,000, 200,000. Pretty crazy how many credits you can get. Droodles is drinking blood. Indeed I am. It's blood. If I see this tank and Droodles is playing, I'm running away. Yeah, in general, this is not a tank you want to try and fight. I'll be real. It is not a tank you want to try and counter. Alright, well, here we go! At a whopping top speed of 30 kilometers per hour. Speed is key. Are the camo values better than the minnow? It's not a tank destroyer, so probably not, because you're not going to be running camo net on this tank. But at the same time, it's not a tank destroyer. It's a super heavy, so I'm not sure why you'd really care about your camo values to begin with in this thing. Okay. Alright, base is capped, which is pretty nice. There you go, 455 into the 100. Doesn't look like they want to poke me again. Interesting. Nice. 375 into the 268. And not another shot into them, but that's fine. Just move up over here. We should be okay. This thing is so slow. There we go. Nice 456 into the 100 track wheel. That is a 268 version 4, however. There's a 386 into the V4. There's a 392 into the V4. Unfortunately, my VK72 is kind of getting in my way, which is not very helpful. There's 459. Okay, wow. That is truly amazing RNG right there. Alright, well, we still perma-tracked him and took him out of the game. The Yag is going to have a very hard time hitting me here, so we're just going to move up to a position where the Yag can't hit me. There you go, Yag misses. And we're going to chill here for now. I think this will be a pretty safe spot in general. I gotta wait a little bit longer on my reload. E100 manages to miss me. However, I don't love this position we are in. I don't really care if the Ag hits me, to be honest. I really don't, because they're getting nuked anyway. And if I just back up over here, we should be able to get the clear into the 268, which is obviously pretty nice. Then we can aim it on the 268 version 4, get an easy pen into them for 386 once. Don't trust my RNG to hit that reliably. So instead what we're going to do is we're going to turn over here. We're going to aim it on the enemy Yag. Here we go. One pen into the Yag for 550. angle the vehicle, and get a second pen into the ag, taking them out of the game, putting me up to 4,400 damage. Then we can aim on the lower plate of the 26AV4, get the clear into that player, and that puts me up to 4,675 damage. Then we have the E100 in front of me, who I can just easily push. Don't really care if they shoot me. Unfortunately, we don't get any more damage, but we did 4,700 and we assisted 1,000 with 3 kills, so a pretty solid overall game there. Have a good one, Trigger. And we went up 2% that game. That's pretty good. It's definitely one of the best games we've had in this tank yet. We've had 2 5Ks, but those games also were followed by terrible teams. This one we got 1,600 XP, which is really, really good. I will definitely star that one. If we take a look at the marking XP now, we are averaging 136 XP, which means technically we are over 30% mark, which is pretty good. Okay. As you can see, like, when you're giving games that last a little bit longer, this tank does great, because the armor is insane. When you're able to hide the lower plate, or even just side scrape, the armor on this vehicle is going to get plenty of bounces. And then when you pair that with the fact that it has 4 shells, it's almost impossible to really push, so you're kind of just in a really, really good combination. I knew it. I knew it. Yeah, good. I knew that my IS-7 was going to try and go over to the medium flank. But at the same time, I am in a poop tank. Oh my god. Brother. I tunnel, but don't ban me. You like men. Great. Very, very fun stuff. We love that. Okay, that was impressive RNG there. It's fine. Just gonna reload and cap. Alright, well, I do get the base capped, which is pretty nice. Going to get into... Okay, the 183 is not poking that, which is also quite nice. Going to aim it on the E4. There you go. Get a nice 407 into that player. Then we're going to side scrape. And as I've mentioned, this tank's most effective DPM is on single shot. So you're going to be the best when firing this thing on single shot here. Minnow misses me, so we're going to aim it on the Minnow's lower plate. Boom. There you go. Nice 412. Reload. And boom. There you go. 366. Minnow's out of shells, but unfortunately because my teammate gets in my way, we're not able to shoot anymore. Be nice if my IS-7 did anything, but no, that's too much to ask. Okay, 3, 2, 1, and... there you go. 550 into the Type 71. That's gotta hurt. We're already up to 2,200 damage, which is pretty good stuff. And we just got to reload for 2 more seconds. 1, and boom. Okay, it's another shell. Aw, dang it. That was really unfortunate there. Okay. Apparently bro's just that skilled that he can hit that. This team sucks. Okay, there's 440. There's 490. There's 410. Okay. And the 183 manages to hit me with that shot. I'm not really sure what the hell our IS-7 was doing. I don't understand how you can be a 2-mark player, you're in Apex, you're a decent player, and yet you don't support your heavy at all. I don't understand it. I did fine. I'm pretty sure I did easily over 3,000 damage. Yeah, 3,559. Our mark went up 1%. Whatever. I did the best that I could given the circumstances. I just don't understand why you get people like this IS-7 here who refuse to drive to the most common spot on this map. It's not hard to figure it out. It really isn't. Like, support your teammate, dude. Oh well. Oh well. Another battle. Let's see what we can do in this one. 57 heavy, Super Conch, AMX M4. It's a lot of heavies. So we are going to go towards the hull down spot. Okay. Should I start grinding the Yo as I'm doing a challenge of playing heavies only? I mean, the Yo's a great tank. I don't know what the hell our WZ is doing over there. But yeah, the Yo is a very, very good vehicle. Great. Our E6 has decided that they want to drive to mid. Not really sure what that thought process is, but okay. Great. Nice. 464 into the enemy AMX. Gotta love the average 183 player rolling 391 with an HE. What's the point of actually being skilled at this game when you can just load a high explosive and take, you know, 390 health off someone? Like, what is actually the point? You're going to focus the 183. Okay. Alright, game. Just gonna chill here and wait for all my shells to come back. I'm literally the only person holding this entire flank. That's the funniest joke. I'm literally the only person doing anything here. I have no support from anybody. Nobody. I'm the only person. Okay, yep. Yeah, bro, you're that good at the game. You're that good at the game that you can just HE me over and over and roll 300 damage every time. Well, there's a nice 467. There you go. Nice 451 into the 183. I mean, the 183 is still losing this big time. They've lost half their health already, and I still have plenty more shells, so I don't really care. I've done 1800, and we'll just sit back here and reload again. We love 183s, yeah, they're fun. I just love how I'm the only person actually doing anything on this game. Like, I literally am the only person doing anything. Got 5 seconds left for my final shell here. So here we go. 3, 2, 1. Not surprised at all to see that the enemy 183 left. There's 470 into the enemy AMX. Aiming. Okay, thank you, RNG. Aiming again. Loaded gold shell. Nah, we'll fire standard. I don't trust gold enough on this tank. Yeah, good shot there, 183. Enjoy that. Minus 429. We've dealt 2,800 damage, and your game's over. Alright. Now we're just going to sit here and wait. Enemy team doesn't have much health left, but what I'm really hoping is that we can keep the enemy tanks alive while we reload our clip. That would really be the best play for me. Let our team struggle on these players while I reload on the enemy E3. This gives me the best opportunity to farm out this E3 from full health. So that's what we're going to do. Alright, there you go. Perfect. My teammate dies. And the E3 shoots me, which gives me the ability to aim it on his lower plate. And get 1 pen into his tank. And get 2 pens into his tank. Keep aiming it on his lower plate. And get 3 pens into his vehicle. That's a lot of damage. Max rolled, by the way. Yeah, ram me. There you go. I don't really care. I've already dealt 4,200, and I still feel like this thing has enough armor that it would legitimately be hard for this E3 to reliably kill me. I can't kill the E3 anywhere, but it doesn't really matter. Yeah. Either way, did my job. Gave my team a win. It's easy to ace, but why the XP 295 for a third mark? It's not 295. I think it's 292. Either way, pretty good game. 4,200. We blocked 2,700. And we did top on the team again. 4,000 damage. How much have we been averaging so far? 3,870 average damage in this vehicle so far. It's pretty brain dead, bruh. Pretty dang brain dead. Yeah. Either way, what's our mark at? 6.54%. 147 average XP. Chungus was born out of the butt? Indeed. Indubitably. Okay. Uber McDuber. Are you a chocolate milk, strawberry milk, banana milk, or vanilla milk enjoyer? Probably chocolate milk. Strawberry milk is okay, but it tastes fake. And vanilla milk is good, but it can become too much, you know? It can become too much. Chungus equal lose. Hello, Shazam. Spectaculo. Alright, here we go again. The enemy CS is already detected somehow, which is a little bit shocking. Not gonna go for that shot. Yeah, not worth the risk. We're gonna head over here. And they have two 183s, which is very, very fun. There's one of the 183s. Aiming. Okay. We bounce his roof because we love 183s. They're so good for the game. Oh, we track that one. That's pretty nice. And we back up. Aiming on him again. Boom, we get the clear. That is literally a massive win. I don't know what that 183 thought they were going to do, but we've assisted over 2,000 damage because we spotted the Vickers, and we basically got this player obliterated as well. I'm going to move up. We're going to capture the base, and then once we get our shells reloaded, we'll move up on the E4. Okay, there you go. And boom. Okay. Start moving up. Where did the E4 go? There he is. Bonk. Okay, well, E4 gets away with that. That's crazy. That right there is crazy. Nothing else I can really say. That's just Droodles RNG in a nutshell. Alright, well, we still have the E4 over here, and the E4 is facing the 116, which means I can load HE, and the first shell will miss. Thank you, RNG. Thankfully, we have more where that came from. Second one does not miss, 549. We've got a tracking shell for this player, 435. And then I'm hoping we can get the clear. Boom. We do get the clear. Alright, pretty good. 2,000 damage dealt, 2 kills, and we've assisted an insane amount. We really have. We're at 4,000 combined at this point. The V4, not doing very good. I'm personally going to wait for my shells to reload before I do anything. Not sure why my U100's shooting me, but interesting. Yeah, I'm just going to wait for my shells to come back as of now. We can see the Rhino, who is back there. Okay, there's the enemy Yo. Interesting. There's one pen into the Yo. Damage to Zamorak. Come on, let me Amorak him. Dang. There's 2 shells into the Yo. Come on, let me Amorak him. Right there, right there. Dang! Still took an absolute crap ton of health off of that player. Now sitting at 3,465, and the ATAC's able to get the clear. Not only that, but we're up on base cap, so kind of a win-win. But now we reload again. Either way, we're at 5,500 combined right now. Droodles, improve your aiming with a different mouse. I think my aiming is fine. Alright, let's start moving up. Is that our 183? Indeed it is. Not too surprised the 183 missed that. Alright, keep on going.
At the Reaper 1894 donated $5 through Super Chat. Any kind of milk is good.
Thank you for the donation, Reaper. Okay, did not mean to HE that. That was a bad shot on my part. I will fully admit that. Going to ignore the Rhino. I'm going to push the CS over here, which we get a nice 414 into. Let's reload. Okay, dude. You're just that good at the game that you're able to hatch that? Okay. I'll just sit here. I don't need to do anything else. There's 440 into your tank. There you go. Bye-bye. There you go. 4,600 damage, 3 kills, 2,172 assistance. That is a really good game for this tank. I'm really surprised that Rhino managed to hatch me, but it doesn't really matter. We did a really good job that battle. How much XP did we go up that game? Boom, 1,700 XP in that game. That is an insane amount of XP. And, yeah, that was kind of like the perfect game. If we're able to get more battles like this, we will easily be getting this tank 3 marked in no time. Alright, well, we're up to 9% on our mark now. And we're at 160 average XP. It's really weird, though. 160 average XP, and yet... Yeah, I don't know, whatever. Let's just keep playing. How much do we even go up that game? We went up 2.4%. Okay. May I ask, how do you... Using sniping mode? I don't know what that means. How do you scope out, for example? Can you give me tips? Huh? I just pressed the shift key to scope out. I'm confused. Another reason the Feliche is OP. On top of the best gun, best armor, it's HP. Yeah, it's got a lot. It's got a lot going for it. I mean, I wouldn't say the gun is the best. It has really, really bad accuracy, right? I mean, it's not accurate. But in terms of its damage output, yeah, the thing's really dangerous. And it's very hard to counter a vehicle that is able to rip out as much damage as this can. Spectaculo. Okay. Well, our VZ55 and Rhino are not helping me. Maybe the Rhino is, but they weren't to begin with. But I will help out my Type 71. Gotta aim over this way. Isn't it so fun getting bled in the crossing just because you exist as a STB? Great game design. Okay. There we go. Nice 405 into the enemy O. Got the grill in the back. Got the VK72 over here. Dang. That was a pretty good shot as well, aiming-wise, but didn't do what I wanted it to. Dang it, dude. Really? Wow. That is, that's crazy. That was crazy. Watching that bounce was insane. I mean, that was truly insane. I cannot believe that. I'm gonna do nothing this game, aren't I? Our Rhino's gonna get free damage, everybody else on our team will get free damage, but poor Droodles will get nothing. Sometimes this game really frustrates me. This is one of those moments where I'm definitely getting a bit salty. My gun is not working at all. And this team is very clearly useless. There's one shell into the yo. Got the grill. Yeah, there's just nothing I can do in this type of situation here. Well. Yeah. I mean, what do I do here, bruh? Well, the only play that I can hope to make is to get out, like, one more chunk of damage. There's 387, and nope, couldn't even get that out. The entire enemy team insta-collapses. My RNG screwed me over, and the team was even worse. I don't know what the hell our team is doing. We still went up, and I did fine, to be fair. I mean, I did everything in my power to give this team a win. Goth God gave me a thumbs down. Oh no. What will I ever do? You did 0 damage, bro. You're in a 3 marked 183 and you did 0 damage. You're garbage. In fact, to be honest, that Goth God player is probably the reason why we lost. The other reason why we lost is because our team pushed way too aggressive for like no reason. Holding is the way to win, not pushing. You only push when you're given like a free example. They banned my account for telling the 40% the truth until November 26th. Well, if you're saying the N-word, I can't really blame Wargaming. I don't know what to say. You can't be typing in racist things. I call people trash. I call them apes. I call them bad. Bozo. Clown. But I don't ever type anything racist or something that'll get my account banned. Why the requirement so high for the new tank? Probably because it's overpowered. I know. It's a crazy thought. A 4-shell 440 alpha super heavy that you can't pen with 8 degrees of gun depression could possibly be OP and therefore require a high mark. I don't know. I just feel like sometimes I shouldn't have to answer these questions. Obviously, a tank that is going to be this OP is probably going to require a high mark. I'm new to what? B, you got a good tank? Should I work towards? Probably the IS-7. I think that's overall one of the most chill experiences. I like how I basically have 0 support on the heavy flank. Very fun. Well, I'm spotted. There's a nice shot into the cron. Really wanted to shoot that A-tac for being an absolute cringer. I don't understand why players make that move. They think like they're doing something by spotting up the enemy team, but in reality they're not actually doing anything. Because, like, I don't care. I'm going to stay here and continue doing my job. Dang. Hatching a cron is nearly impossible, as many of you are well aware. Oh, great. Amazing. I got a pen into you. Let me guess, he's just gonna drive over? Of course he is. Yes, this is my life. This is what I deal with. Will anybody on my team punish him, or will they just allow him to drive over and do what he wants? Yeah, this is my life. This is what I deal with. I have a freaking 777 on me, and everything else, and I'm the only person doing anything. I'm the only person doing anything. Wow. It's really fun. This is my experience playing Blitz. Yeah, dude, you're really good. Oh, great. Now I got the A-tac on my rear. That's really fun. Yeah, dude. Good job, A-tac. That's really, really skillful gameplay there. 1 shell into the grill. 2 shells into the grill. 3 shells into the grill. Grill's dead. We still got the A-tac on my rear. Still trying to tunnel me. This is my experience, though. This is what I've been dealing with here today. This is my experience. The level of tunnel is actually, it's insane. Yeah, get out of my game. Well, look, we got another tank trying to tunnel me now. We got the enemy 183, who, I'm gonna shoot in the lower plate, and they probably will kill me. Good job, guys. Good job. Good job, guys. You got me good. I don't know why they didn't nerf the armor. I don't know why you YOLO'd in the open. I think my game is lagging big time. Like how that grill is like shocked that they died when they drove in front of a 4-shell tank. Imagine if my tank destroyers actually supported me this battle. Wouldn't that be crazy, guys? I just don't understand what we played here. The A-tac tunneled me in mid and did literally nothing. Like, good job, dude. You bled over 1200 health just to tunnel me, threw your game away, and gave me assistance damage. The grill, hated player, decent player, kills himself to tunnel me. Not really sure what the play was. 777 kills himself to tunnel me. Kron drives over the ridge. I'm the only player to shoot the Kron the entire time. Like, it's just crazy. These games are really crazy to me. Droodles give me a light, medium, and TD, and heavy. First tanks to grind as a challenge. I mean, tanks aren't really hard to grind, I'm going to be entirely real. What diameter is my neck? What am I reading? Not really sure what this guy's shooting at. But we did win. 3-marking Feliche was gay. Did you 3-mark it, Dizzy? Interesting shell from the Caro. I think I'm the first person on NA to 3-mark it. You definitely aren't, because Nala already sent me a DM of it being 3-marked like 5 hours ago. I also don't really think it matters. Being the first to mark something means that you just spammed 8 billion games. Did our game die? What's going on here? Is it my Wi-Fi? I don't know what's going on, but it's taking a real long time to load. We did pretty good this game, though. I assisted 3,700 damage. You know why? Because every single ape on the enemy team decided to try and tunnel me. The Grill, the A-Tech. Wow, good job, dude. You're a 60%er, and you did a whopping 449 damage. Whoa! You got me good! The fact that I only got 1,300 XP for that is insane, because I single-handedly did just about everything on Dead Rail Hill. But, oh well, still a pretty good game. I will star that battle. That might be a video-worthy game there. How much did we go up in our percent in that game? 3%? 2.5%. Still barely going up in our percentage. But we are going up. We're at 171 average XP in this vehicle now. Alright, let me do a quick Wi-Fi speed test. Let's see. Ookla speed test. Go. Let's see. I'm only sitting at 900 Mbps download right now. Let's see my upload. If my upload's bad, then I guess that could be... No, my upload's fine. My upload's over 100. I'm not really sure what's causing Blitz to lag, but let's hope it doesn't happen again. Had Droodle being ruined in Feliche. What? What am I reading? I drove into the open and died. Please nerf. Yeah. I just don't understand the thought process of players sometimes. Also, can I stop getting Chungus in my battles, please? That would be helpful, Wargaming. Very, very helpful. 2, 1, battle. Yesterday I had so much lag when I was playing through Microsoft, I had to reinstall Steam version, and lag is gone. Weird. Looks like we're doing fine now. Let me type Poob in chat. Yeah, it looks like it's fine now. I don't know what was going on in that last battle. We got the Hawk 12 shooting at me. Nice. 339. Got the ball shot to own in the back. I'm actually not able to spot that ball shot from here. Dang it, dude. There we go. Nice 430 into the 50. Not a bad start. They're going to keep going. What's the game plan here? Indeed, they are going to keep going. Giving me 1,184 damage. And, not really sure why that Hawk 12 is making that play, but I don't think it's going to go very well for them, to be real. Yeah, good job. Good job, Hawk. That was a very, very skilled play. Whoa. I feel like Hawk 12 players are legitimately the worst garbage ever. Like, they are so bad. Alright. Well, we reload. Got the IS-7 right in front of me, and there's one pen into the IS-7. I'm not going to dump my reserve shell. I'm going to try and gain a little bit of DPM here. Oh my god. It's hard to deal damage when you get games like this, and the entire enemy team is just dead in, like, you know, half a second. Like, It really is. Like, dude's already dead. Like, and the E50 is now driving over. And, like, I'm doing fine. It's just the enemy team is so bad. Look at this. The V4 is getting nuked. Every single player on the enemy team is just getting killed immediately. The E50 is getting killed. Bruh. Terrible enemies. Alright, well, we got shell 3 loaded. And that means we only got to wait a little bit longer for our 4th shell. But of course, XM, I thought they were going to run away. There you go. Our first HE pens for 616. Our second HE pens for 584. And our third pens for 3,500 damage. There you go. Nice. Again, like, this tank doesn't struggle to deal damage. It's just, you need a game that lasts more than 2 minutes. And a lot of these games that we play just fall apart so quickly. God, this thing is slow. Ooga booga, new tank must tunnel. Yeah, it does feel like that sometimes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There's the enemy 60 TP, which we get a pen into for 460. And we get a second pen into for 475. And we get a third pen into for 448. And we get a fourth pen into for 458. We're going to lose. Nobody on our team wants to do anything about the base cap, but I did 5,400 damage. And even if I'd captured base C, it wouldn't have actually changed the outcome of this game. I'll be entirely real. Capping the bases would not have changed. At least capturing base C wouldn't have changed the outcome. Because then I would have had to still drive to the 60. It wouldn't have mattered. Whatever. I mean, I did 5,400 damage. I still aced the tank. Like, I did everything in my power to give my team a winnable situation here. When your Sheridan is a 0 damage player and doesn't do anything, and the rest of your team refuses to do anything, there's just not much you can do, right? So, oh well. But I'll take it. Again, I'm going for damage in a lot of these games. We're averaging 3,900 for 25 battles so far, which is pretty good. Alright, well, 16% mark now. Very cool. Why do people like the Chimera? Because it has 440 alpha as a tier 8 medium. I think that alone answers the question. Droodles, run a wire for internet, not Wi-Fi. Please don't call me out. I promise the experience is so much better. Brother. I sometimes lose my brain cells when I talk to people. I really do. I really do. The reason it's called Wi-Fi is not because your computer is... I need to point this out to you right now. Whether you're using Ethernet or you are wireless, it is still called Wi-Fi. You know why? Because it's connected to a router, which is not connected to a line. Ooh, whoa! Point being, it's still Wi-Fi, whether you're using Ethernet or not. Second of all, brother, you've brought this up to me many times, and I've answered your question many times. I use Ethernet. Holy crap, dude. Third of all, wouldn't make a difference if my internet connection was fine. As it is. It's like talking to a wall sometimes. There's 1 pen. There's 2 pens. Of course, the CS63 is going to shoot me because nobody on our team's going to do anything about him. Whoa. It's fine. I'm just going to angle this. Oh, okay. I'm getting a little salty here because I'm bleeding health and it's not my fault. Nobody's punishing the CS and I'm the one who's getting punished for this. It's really, really frustrating. Swear to God, if that 2 and 5B tries shooting me over here. There's 1 pen into the 2 and 5B. Dang. This is awful, dude. This whole frickin' team is awful. Whole team. Come on, 60, poke it. Alright, I'm going in. Screw it. There's one pen, 437, pretty decent. And we
At
reload.
Shazam_07 donated MX $50 through Super Chat. Wargaming should ban Chungus's IP address permanently. Good night, bozo.
Thank you for the donation, appreciated. Can't believe that shot bounced, though. That's pretty crazy. You can start to see the faults of this vehicle, right? I mean, it's got some crazy, crazy good strengths, but it's also heavily balanced out by its weaknesses. The gun being the major weakness. Okay. There you go, nice 436 into the CS. Alright, that player's dead. Well, we've done okay at this point. CS fell down. There's 501 into that player. There is 450 into that player. And... Are you kidding me? That's so stupid, bruh. Well, now what I need to do is I need to reload and back up. Apparently I am stupid. Alright, we gotta reload again. And I gotta wait a long, long, long time. Alright, here we go. Shell 1. Bruh, this sucks. Damn. Nothing I can do. If that one shot of mine had hit the CS and penned, we could have won. But that one shot screwing me over, unfortunately. Did not do a good job. Thank you for the donation, though, Shazam. And I do agree. We did a pretty good job, though. 4,148 damage. We got 2 kills. And we went up another 3% on our mark. So we're still going up. In retrospect, I probably shouldn't have dumped the reserve shell, but it's whatever. 2 straight players. Chunky Shrek. Ooh, boy. Alrighty. I'm going to ping from my team that I'm driving over towards base C. Is it smart to save credits for the Christmas event, or should I spend them on the tier 10 tech tree? I would save credits. Very, very interesting. Going to move up. And I'm going to aim in on the 60. There you go. Nice 425. There's a 456. Nice tracking shell. There's another nice tracking shell. And he's dead. There you go. Well, that player's out of the game. I don't like Chunky Shrek at all, so I really could care less that he's out of the battle. I'm going to be smart about this and cap the base. There you go. Nice, 550 into you. He's dead. That's pretty good. E3 is going to drive over, and I have the ability to aim it on his lower plate, rolling 365. And then he's going to back off. We're up to 2,000 damage, which is okay. There you go. 250. And then if we can pen 2 shots into the 2 and 5B, or not, whatever, dude. Shouldn't have gone for the track. That time I can, and we'll get assistance for tracking him, so still not awful. All of this is my assistance damage. There you go. We did 3k, and we assisted 2,030, and we capped 2 bases. So I still think overall, this was a pretty positive game. We might have even still aced it. Let's see. Indeed we did. Yeah, we went up 3% again. Yeah, we got 1,365 XP. It's a good example of where going for damage isn't always the right play. And I'm not trying to go for damage, right? I'm already averaging pretty good in this tank at 3,800 for 30 games. I'm trying to really just get as much XP as I possibly can so that I can make my marking experience as easy as possible. Going for tracking shots gives me XP. Going for bases gives me XP, and going for kills gives me XP. So when I have the opportunity, I'm going to go for that tracking shot. Even, like you saw, I didn't even pen that one shot, but still, tracking that player, like that 60 TP, gave me 1,400 assistance. Half of that counts as damage. So basically, tracking that player gave me an additional, like, 800 free damage. Well, I have these 2 183s again. Oh my god, I got Juantonio on my team. That sucks. Okay. Hate shooting 116s. Thing is the dumbest armor profile in the game. And of course he hatches me, you know? Because that tank's known for being accurate and hitting hatch shots. My bad, bro. Like, bruh. Not loving what's going on here. Bro hatches me again? Yeah, that's just how skilled these players are. They can hatch me every single shot. I wish I was that good at the game, that I could perfectly hatch the enemy every single time I poked over and over and over. It is pretty impressive when you actually think about it. They can't hit the Type 71. No, but they can hit me in the hatch every time. I can't even do anything. I'd love to move up, but with the enemy 116 being there, I really just can't do anything right now. Oh, you got me good. Ooh, 180 damage. Oh. There's 440. And... bruh. This freaking 183 is garbage, dude. There's 403 into that player. Got the Caro on my rear. There you go. Easy shot. Nice 550. Nice 460. And then a nice little ram there as well. I mean, I'm still cooked. Yeah, El frickin' bozo, dude. Imagine throwing that. That's what you just did. You threw the game for your team. 3,900 damage so far. Get out of my battle. Bye-bye. I cannot believe that that enemy 183 managed to throw that so hard. Alright, well, we gotta wait, 8 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boom! We got the kill. 3 kills, 4,020 damage, and a really good game in general. Not bad. Hello, femboy. Any troll players? Not too much so far. We went up 5% that game. Another ace. Another really good battle in general. Yeah, I mean, we've been doing totally fine in these games. You can see that I never over-aggress in this tank. While it does have really, really good capabilities, at the same time, it's also really easy to overexpose and then nuke your DPM. So, in general, I play further back, and then the enemy makes misplays and pokes on me. A lot of players don't realize how hard 440 hits, especially when they start getting hit even just 2 times. That's almost 900 health gone. You don't want to rush this thing. You gotta wait until it's not looking at you or something else. Either way, pretty good stuff so far. We're at 27% in this vehicle. Started off really, really, really slow in this tank, but we've been cleaning it up. I played a couple games before this tank was able to be 3-marked, so because of that, I don't know exactly how many games we've played in the Feliche today. It says I've played 22 games in the vehicle today so far, so not bad. 22 battles, 3,840 average damage. Our win rate is only 63%, but there's only so much you can do. I don't understand why there's so many platoons at this time in the night. I don't like going up against platoons, because it means that the enemy teams are more coordinated. Oh my god, we keep going up against Juantonio. Brother. Every game. Touchscreen auto-aim is broken. I agree. It is broken. Well, I do appear to have some support. So that's the good news. However, our VK-72 is too busy looking at the enemy golf Panzer rather than pushing up to help me. 57 heavy, type 71. Alright, we're going to try and cross this. And we do get across. Alright. Got our shells loaded. And... Okay, there's 440. And we were able to get back into cover, which is obviously quite nice. We get a bounce from the IS-7. However, not ideal, to be honest. What we need to do is we need to use this thing on single shot with my most effective DPM. To do that... Well, I'm gonna go for it, whatever. Screw it, it's worth it. But I would like, ideally, to be able to get my shells loaded here and use this thing on most effective DPM. So, we gotta wait just a little bit longer. 5 more seconds. He's literally giving me such an easy shot as well. There you go. 439. Alright, he dead. I don't really think the grill's gonna pen me, to be honest. Yeah, there you go. Alright, let's move up. Let's put on my speed boost and aim it on the side of the IS-7. Okay, thank you, RNG. I appreciate it. Let's aim it on the side of the IS-7 again. There you go, 427. We've only dealt 1,700 damage, and the enemy team appears to already be cooked. But it's just such a good example of where this tank definitely struggles to rip out damage. I mean, when you have such bad DPM, it's just hard sometimes to deal a lot. And, like, look at this. Our team, these players are just driving into the freaking enemies so that I can't deal any damage. Good shot, Grill. That was really impressive. Not running Spall, but there you go. Like, the Grill's so oblivious, so focused on me that he lets the Ag shoot him. Like, this game, I did literally nothing, because the entire enemy team decided that they would rather die to every other player than me. The Grill, the IS-7, the Object 260. And to be fair, we did get 2 kills, which isn't the worst, but still a little bit disappointing when you get into a game like this. Hoping that we are able to... Never mind. We will never, ever get lucky. Instead, we'll be blocked by my VK-72. Yeah, dude, because that's the angle you needed to go at. You definitely needed to go this way into my tank. My bad. Oh, well. We'll still probably go up, but not by a lot. This is one of those games. Yeah, we still went up 1.5%. Whatever. How much XP do we get? Yeah, 1142. I still got the most XP on my team. Way more than even the Yag, because they didn't get any kills. But we just weren't able to do anything, you know? I tried even using my DPM at the most effective value, but as I said, when a grill just drives into the open and dies to the ag, like, we could have easily done 3k if that grill had just let me clip him. That's all we needed. But, oh well. Oh well. Okay. It's literally a forced witch in tier 10. It kind of is. K91, Kron, IS7. Okay, that's fine. What's next tier 10 you might get the marks for? Not really sure yet. Oh, bruh. Nobody's gonna support me. It's gonna be one of these games where I just don't do anything. I do have 183 supporting me. See what happens. Problem is, those 183s could just leave in half a second and I'd be screwed. But it does look like both of them are coming over here, and the T30s, so... You know what? I'll take their support. It's better than nothing, right? There's the Kron. Okay. I'm going to ignore the Kron for now. I'm going to ignore the K91. I'm going to move over here. We are going to aim it on the IS-7. We're going to get one pen for 406. There it is. Wow. Just like that, we have 1100 health now. Because some piece of shit 183. That's good for the game. Isn't it fair that a 183 can see you from that angle and nuke you? It's really good for the game, guys. Yep, thanks RNG. It's amazing. That's amazing. Oh, we went from doing pretty good to actual trash now. This will be a bad game for us. This will be a really bad game for us. It's exactly what I expected to happen. I hate this map. I really do. I think Yamato is one of the worst maps in Blitz. I really think that. Okay. H-ease me. There's two pens. It's 1100 damage dealt so far. Just not really sure what to do when we got all this on my flank. Goodbye. We got the Kron over here. There you go. Nice shot. Got an angle against the 50. I literally can't even spot the Kron. That's the funniest part. I can't. I can do my best, but there's only so much I can do, right? There you go. 430. Got the Kron poking again. I'm trying not to dump my reserve shell if I don't have to, because I'm still trying to do the best I can here. I, to be fair, still have team support, but nobody's capping any bases. Okay, that player's dead. Kron moved. Okay. Let's move up over here. Okay, there's 440 into that player. Then I'm going to move up this way and literally can't poke the IS-7. Can't, because the enemy 183 is probably there. There's the 4005. There's 486. There's 550. And bye-bye. Pretty good stuff. We actually brought it back a lot. We ended up dealing 4,000 damage in this game. And we're still going to lose. I mean, there's nothing I can do about that. I'm not fast enough to get into base C. And I'm pretty confident that the 183... Oh, wait, you know what? We could win. Oh, no, we could die. I'm still cooked, probably, but the hope that I have is that I can track this 183. Or not. Yeah. Our 183 was so close. I was really hoping we could track him, but oh well. It's fine. I did alright. And if I didn't make that play, if, like, the reason I made that play, because I was thinking to myself, well, if I die, I'm going to throw the game for my team. But the problem was, my teammate in the 183 was also a one-shot. And if I didn't try to shoot that guy, my teammate in the 183 would have died to him. So either way, it would have been a loss. So I decided that I was going to at least try and track him. I almost did, but that guy just did not give me the angle on his track wheel. So, oh well. We ended up dealing 5k though. We actually brought that back big time. We went up 7% on our mark percentage in that game. And it's a great example of how even when you do get a really bad early game, you can still bring it back late game. We really brought that game back, at least in terms of damage. I thought that was going to be a terrible game, but we were able to do pretty good. So we're up to 36.22 on our mark now. And our average XP is 208. It is really weird that we're at 208 average XP, which makes me only like 30 away from the 65% mark, and yet we're only at 36%. Really, really interesting. Okay. Well, either way, we've been doing fine. Feliche. Okay. VZ55, 116 F3. I hate fighting 116s. They're so annoying, dude. I don't even hate fighting Felices. They're not annoying to fight because they're so slow and everything. The 116 F3 is just such a rat tank. It really is. Well, I'm hoping that I am able to hold this and have my tank destroyer support me. That 183 position is so common. Yeah, it is. It's just that sometimes players aren't smart enough to know that position, so you usually don't have to worry about being shot across. I just hate that players get rewarded for sitting there. It's so stupid. Well, our Kron is very obviously cooked at this point. Okay. Oh my god, Grill. Oh my god, back up, you actual moron. Leguanta? How about low retard? Holy dumb, bro. How dumb can you be? This guy's cooked. I'm cooked next. Oh my god, that is crazy bad RNG. Oh my god. This is the worst team I've ever seen, bro. There's only so much you can do in this game, and I do have some support, right? The Leopard definitely backed off, because my grill's there. And I do have the V4, who is going to be a decent holding force. I need to reload my shells. Got 5 seconds left on this shell, and then we got to reload one more. And when we get these shells loaded, I could be okay. Oh my god, this freaking 183 is still there. Are you serious? Nah, I don't care. I don't think that 183 is going to be able to hit me, so we're going to aim it on the VZ. Get one pen into their tank, and 2 pens into their tank. 2 massive low rolls, may I add. Okay, there we go. 183 bounces me. Guess my V4 is just completely useless, bruh. Okay. Well, the V4... Oh my god, I'm cooked now. I like how... Oh my god, bro. This is just awful. Yeah, whatever. Just nothing you can do. There's nothing that you can do in this game. Like... Wow. That was a great team. That was a great team. That was the worst team I've had so far in this tank. Okay. Apparently I'm a noob, because, I'm a noob in an OP tank. I can't wait to see, Donut stats, guys. Oh, yeah. Wow. Donut Warrior, 50% win rate. My bad, bro. I'm a noob. You know, I'm a noob. I'm clearly bad at this game. That was the worst team we've had by far. Not even a doubt in my mind. That is the worst team we've had. Our Kron played way too aggressive when they should have read the enemy lineup and realized that playing aggressive was bad. Our Grill threw their game away immediately. If that Grill had just stayed where the 268 version 4 was, I would have been totally fine, because it would have stopped the enemy heavies from pushing up, and then I could have focused on the tanks that tried rushing my rear. But when you have a game like that, where your team is so freaking stupid that they can't even do basic common sense, that's what happens. Games like that are completely unwinnable. They are. They are completely unwinnable. I'm not going to play too many more games. I'm not going to finish remarking this tank either today. I'm probably going to play like 2 or 3 more battles. Mainly because it's getting late and I want to go to sleep soon. If you average 208, how do you surpass 295? I didn't get the logic. Can you explain? It's because I haven't played... One sec, let me cap this. It's because I haven't played 50 games yet. It's based off of the average XP for your last 50 battles. So, if I've only played 30 games in this tank, then obviously my average XP can't be higher than whatever the average is for those games. It has to slowly build up. It's like momentum. If I played 1 game and did 5,000 damage, do you think I should get my 3 mark because of that? Like, come on, dude. Oh my god. Well, it's gonna be one of these games where I basically do nothing. Well, that was pretty lucky. That player's already dead. Oh my god. Why? Why are these the plays that we make? There's 1 pen. 2 pens. Tracked him. Give me an ammo rack, please, game. Well, doesn't matter, because he's dead anyway. We've dealt 2,200, which isn't, bad. Okay, bro hatches me once again. It's like these players are just the best at the game. Alright, the Yag bounces that. Okay, there's 1 pen. 2 pens. Nice, not bad. Now we gotta turn around and try and head over this way. We're up to 3,000, which is pretty good. Of course, the Yag snaps that. Freaking no camo trash bag player manages to hit that. It's just crazy. Three, 2, 1, and boom. There's 525. 1 more shot, and you are dead. Okay. That's pretty good. 3,800 damage now dealt. Okay. Thank you, RNG. It's crazy. These players just would rather die to a Yak Panzer than me. I don't get it. This frickin' STB runs away from me to get shot by the Yag for 800. This Yag has probably done, like, 4k damage just by bleeding out the frickin' STB. It's actually wild. Yeah, bro. I'd rather die to anybody else but the Feliche. I'd rather die to anybody else. Wow. Wow, guys. Wow. Well, I still got it. 4,200 damage, and we got 4 kills. Plus, we capped a base. This is a really good game, and it definitely made up for the previous one.
At Cheeseman-Eve2LL donated $2.79 through Super Chat.
Yeah, we went up 8% there.
Does donations keep the stream going? Smirk.
Depends how much you donate. Depends how much. $1,500 XP. Yeah, that's a pretty good game. It's a pretty good game. So what are we up to? 43% mark now. 214 average XP. Okay. So we're halfway there. And how many games have we played to get halfway there? We have played 26 games. Not bad, to be fair. 26 battles, and we're halfway there. Pretty good start. How much of percentage did that game drop? I think it went down 1.3%. We still did fine in that game. We just didn't get any kills, and that team sucked we had on Naval. So, oh well. Alright, here we are in Normandy. Look, we actually got a decent spawn for once on this map. Which means I can immediately head over towards base D. I love the look of this tank. It really does look sick. I thought you were going to sleep, Trigger. I really thought that's what you said. Oh, good job, E50. Bleeding half your health already. I'm spotted already. Alright, well, let's see what's over here. What other heavies do they have? This frickin' 777 is awful, dude. Well, I did do a lot of damage to the enemy, concept, at least. I have teammates covering me as well, so that's also good. If I can get my shells reloaded, we'll be good. Concept bounces me. Okay. Yeah, dude. My bad. You're just that good at the game that you can hit me and pen me without even trying. My bad. Okay. I'm getting a little salty right now. Getting a little salty. Getting a little bit salty. Okay, he's dead. I just always find it funny when nobody ever bounces me. They always manage to hit your weak points. Bro, move. Move! Oh my god. My god, what a frickin' moron. Just wouldn't move out of my way. So then instead they die in front of me and they throw. Yeah, dude. That's great. That's really skilled. That's, well. What do I do, dude? Like, actually, what do I do in this, situation here? Yeah, well, that's really fun. It's hard to, it's hard to enjoy Blitz sometimes. I've done 1,100 damage, and, the game is completely... 0 damage HE! 0 freaking damage HE. Get out of my game, you piece of trash. Get out of my game. 0 damage HE. The entire freaking hull was orange. Are you serious? Wow. That game pissed me off a lot. We went down 2% on our mark. We did fucking nothing. And it wasn't even my fault. Nothing was my fault in this game. I did everything right. And yet, our team just sucks. Our team sucks, bro. Wow. That really pisses me off. 777 immediately killed themselves. Nobody bounced me. That was really frustrating. I'm going to do one more game, and then we're going to end off the stream. Not because I'm mad. I always find it funny. People are like, oh my god, Droodles rage quit. It's more like, believe it or not, I have a life, and I run 3 YouTube channels. And if you think World of Tanks Blitz is my most important YouTube channel, then think again. I'm just not going to waste my time on Blitz when I'm not really having fun right now, and the teams that I'm getting are absolutely freaking horrendous. We've been getting terrible teams now. I'm not even going like 60% in this thing. I'm averaging 4K, and we're not even going 60% win rate. I'm not wasting my time on this matchmaker tonight if we're doing this good. And like, what do I do here? It's already over. The game's done. The game is done. I haven't even left spawn. There's already tanks capturing base B. We have no heavies over here. The game's done. This whole battle is cooked. From start to finish, this whole game is cooked, dude. Yeah, no, it's done. Of course, the AMX is going to capture the base as well. Can't pen the Feliche at that angle. Yeah, but I'm definitely not having fun right now. Trath, I don't know what the heck you're doing, but interesting plays, dude. You're like one of the most skilled players on the NA server, and that was your maneuver. Like, what? What? Okay, apparently you pen that because you're that good at the game. There's 1. 2. 350 roll. Wow. Well, K91 thankfully gets the shot out. Yeah, I really am confused on Trath's play there. Okay, there's 415. 547. Nice. Got the T95 in front of me. We've dealt 3,850. However, I don't know how much more we're going to be able to deal. Bruh. Yeah, just drive in front of every single player on the enemy team so I get like 2 damage. I'll take it. We did 4,200, we got 2 kills, we assisted, and we capped. I do not know what Trath was doing. That is literally one of the most skilled players on the NA server, and they just drove into the open and died. I also don't know how we didn't ace the tank with that game. Can somebody explain this to me? So this battle, I deal 4,244 damage. I get 2 kills. I capture a base. And, not only that, but it's not an ace. And yet we play like this game here with 4,200 damage, 4 kills, and what? Like, that doesn't make any sense. We're still going up in our percentage, but like, still. Alright, here we go.
At the Reaper 1894 donated $5 through Super Chat. Can't win them all, that's why I don't date girls.
I'm not sure the correlation between that donation and the relevance to the comment, but I do appreciate the donation. I see Yusuf is on the enemy team. Okay, 4, 3, 2, 1. battle. Alright, I am Speedler. Speedler McGeeler. I'm going to play until we have a bad game. That's what I'm going to do. So the moment we go down in percentage, I will stop playing tonight. So hey, if we have like a string of 84K games, I'll get the 3 mark done tonight. But the moment we have like one game where our team sucks or something, or like I just can't do anything, we'll call it. As I said, I don't want to stay up super late tonight. Wow, good job, line. Let's just sit in the open, dump our reserve shell, and die. That's what we consider a skilled player. Paul Bodybuilder. Skill. Okay. Oh, I hate the T95. I hate that it can get that angle off at the last second and get a bounce because of that. That's so dumb. It's fine. They're still dead. But, like, the fact that the T95 could literally angle that at the last second is crazy. Alright, well, we got -2 DPM now for the next year, so we sit and wait, I guess. Alright, there you go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright. Aiming. Boom. There's 462. Let's pick up the kill. There you go. Nice stuff. Kron's going to back off. I'm going to push the Kron as well. I think that's a smart play. Come here, Kron boy. There's 427. Here's 168. However, I still don't think we're doing anything crazy in this battle. We've dealt 2,000 damage, and we have gotten 3 kills, but because we're so freaking slow, I just don't know if we're going to be able to do anything else in this game, you know? Freaking Bat Chat's a piece of trash, dude. He's not even doing anything. Full health, a mill 2 spotted in our spawn. And I'm probably not going to get any of that damage. But we'll see. I will try my best to get there as fast as I can. Well, you know what? It is possible that we could get damage into this mill. There you go. 420. 420. 2 low rolls. And there's 1 pen. 2 pens. Well, we did 3,800 damage, and we got 3 kills. So, we brought it back. We brought it back. Chill and drink your tea. Nuh-uh-uh. Since I'm an unk, I'm gonna need someone to explain what's a VPN. Bruh. You know what? You don't know what a VPN is. Either way, we aced it. We went up 4% on our mark, putting us up to 48%. Okay. Well, not bad, I guess. Oh my god. Can we stop getting Faust? It's crazy how we just get like the same maps over and over and over. The map pool is supposedly random, and supposedly every single map in Blitz is in the pool. And yet we keep getting like the same 5 maps over and over and over. I don't even hate Faust. I just want like new maps. Can we get a different map than the same 8? You know what I mean? All right. Nah, he's not dumb enough to do that. Yusuf is decent at the game. Alright, moving up we go. Well, we got the base cap at least. That's good. There you go. Terrible roll, but we penned it. so that's good. Got the Leopard on the flank. We're moving up to the VK-72. Of course. There's 1 pen. 2 pens. 3 pens. I will steal the kill. Well, it's not really a steal when I did most of the damage, but I will pick up the clear, is what I should say. Alright, well, we're up to 1800, and now I sit and reload for 8 years. That is the life of the Feliche. But obviously getting a kill is a very, very smart thing to do early game. Alright, we've gotten 1 shell loaded. Love to hit that Leopard, but I can't right now. 2 shells are now loaded. Good job, dude. 3 shells. Love to be able to hit the 268, but I can't at this angle. There's 1 pen into the enemy Leopard, and 2 pens into the Leopard. Okay, nice. That player's out of the game. Don't need to waste my time on that anymore. Dang, dude. I really didn't want to dump my reserve shell, but I think I kind of had to. Alright, well. We have got very, very long reloads here. There's 500 into the grill. Alright, 183 is going to try and shoot me. We'll just move over here to a position where they can't. Now we gotta wait. We've done okay so far. I'm not really scared of the grill at all. And as long as we just get our shells back. Alright, nice. There's 1 pen. 2 pens. I really don't want this WZ to be able to get the kill. 3 pens. Come on. Nice, okay. I really did not want that WZ to get the kill, because I'm obviously trying to get XP, and I'm trying to get everything I can. VPN just stands for Virtual Private Network. It's not that hard to figure out, you poob. There you go. That was a good game. 4,800 damage, 3 kills. We went up 7.41%, which is really good. 1,500 XP. We're going up. We're going up. I helped out my teammate, and we're at 55% now. Okay. Well, pretty good stuff so far. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. Replying to somebody on Discord. Here we go. VPN is optional. I don't need one because I'm normal. No, VPNs are nice if you don't want people to spy on you. Alright, well, we got the Smasher guy. I'm gonna try and make my way over to base C. Looks like we will be the only tank to get in the sea, so that's fine with me. How's that an ace, but the previous wasn't? I mean, we did 4,800 damage, so we did do a lot, to be fair. Oh, I got assistance for that. Not bad. Great job from our team, as usual. Okay, apparently I cannot pen the E100. There you go, that's better. I'm cooked, though. Okay, we gotta bounce. Yeah, I'm not really sure what to do. Our whole team is literally camping, and they're freaking useless, which just puts me in the most awkward position possible, because yeah, this is really fun. This will be the game where we go down on our mark. There's nothing I can do. I got a Rheinmetall on my rear. I've got everything on my front, and, yeah, it's cooked. Yeah, it's cooked. That's great. Really fun stuff. This is what I consider to be fun gameplay. Yeah. Yeah. Nobody on our team's gonna do anything. Nobody. Yep. Wow, we got a bounce from the Yag. That is incredibly lucky. There's 1 pen, 2 pens, 3 pens. Of course, we low roll it. And Droodles will always low roll every single shot he has. But there you go. Took the Yag out of the game. I now need to back up. You know what? We brought it back a bit. We did bring it back. Thankfully, that Yag sucked and bounced me. Oh my god. Biggest freaking rat in tier 10, that Rheinmetall. The fact that they're poking that and not being spotted is crazy to me. It's actually crazy. Okay. Oh, we got a bounce from you. I'm still cooked, though. I mean, there's only so much I can do in these types of games. Our team refuses to shoot the Rheinmetall. It's actually hilarious when you think about it. Okay. And we got all 4 shells back. There's 1. 2. 3. 4. Oh, we did 4,000 damage. We brought it back big time. Wow. I was the only reason this game was a win. I will be totally honest. I was the only reason from start to finish that we won this game. My team was freaking useless. Yeah, bye-bye. 4,600 damage, 592 assisted. This was the most annoying battle I've played in a while. That was incredibly annoying. All because of that single Rheinmetall. The fact that I couldn't detect them, and the fact that not a single player on our team punished them was insane. I was literally the only person doing anything that entire engagement. That was incredibly unenjoyable. I did a lot. I carried. I gave our team the win. So, whatever. But, like, that Rheinmetall... freaking cancer patient, dude. And you didn't even do anything. I mean, you lost your team the game because instead of actually flanking with the rest of your team, which would have been the right play, because I still would have had to deal with the WZE100 and Yag, instead, you threw the game by sitting your Rheinmetall in the most useless spot. You are annoying? Yes. Did you actually change the impact of the game? No. Once that E100 was distracted on the minnow, I was fine. I was just really, really worried about that E100 early game. I was worried that I was going to try and hold the Rheinmetall, and it wasn't just that. It was also the Błyskawica and everything else. But once they backed off and I was able to get to where I needed to be, I was fine. I haven't played this game in a while. What is the state of the game? Pretty mid, I won't lie. Pretty dang mid. Okay. Slowly moving in. I hate Black Goldville. Give me back Faust. Black Goldville is easily one of the worst maps in the game. Especially for a heavy. It's just you drive and drive and drive and drive and drive to do literally nothing. That's all we've done this game. Just one pen into the E50. They're cooked. F you. Maybe don't drive your tank there when you have 0 team support. I know, it's a crazy thought. Of course, my 140 is going to block me. I still managed to get an incredible snap off, but it was really annoying to be blocked by my 140. Okay. Let's move over here. Okay. Nobody accused this gun of ever being accurate, but yeah, it's pretty bad in that regard. Pretty bad. Okay. Going to drive down. You know what? I lied. I don't really love this position we're in. There's one pen into the enemy minnow. Damaged his ammo rack. It would be amazing if we were able to ammo rack that player. There's 1. There's 2. There's 3. Give me the kill. Give me the kill. Yes! 4. That just brought us up to 2,600 damage, and we got the kill on the minnow. So that's pretty nice. Alright. Unfortunately, I have, like, no DPM now. Okay, let's go for a tracking shot so we can get some assistance. Actually, even better, I'll get the kill. Sweet. I'll take that. Not really worried about the Błyskawica anyway. We're up to 3,400 damage, which is pretty nice. And we've gotten 2 kills, which is also really, really nice. I'm not really ever scared of this guy. Ooh, you got me. Congrats. And let's aim it on your lower plate. There's 396. Terrible roll, but still got the kill. We did 3,800, and we got 2 kills, so I can't really complain. This was a good game overall. Well, we went up another 1.9%. We got another ace, and another solid game. We only got a little bit less XP than the 140. When you're on Black Goldville, the problem is you just have these large open expanses, and it's very hard to deal damage when you're on those large expanses. Boom, boom, boom. 4 heavies, that's nice. Of course, our team only has 3, which is just a flat disadvantage. Hoping that the WZ goes this way. But, of course, you're in a front line super heavily armored tank destroyer. Nah, let's drive it to the bush! Bruh. I hate fighting 116s. I keep saying it. They're just so annoying to go up against. Reactive armor is really the epitome of fun. This tank might be OP, but it's not really that hard to counter, because it's so slow you can just drive somewhere else. But reactive armor is really annoying, because it takes this vehicle's low DPM and makes it, like, abysmal. Either way. We're moving up. There you go. Nice 418 into the enemy VK. And let's just move up myself. And come on. Okay, and you hit that because you're that good at the game. I forgot. You're that good at Blitz, so you're able to just insta-hit every single shot you fire. Well, there's 1. There's 2. And, well, there's 3. Goodbye. Hit that. I don't understand how these players manage to hatch me like every shot they fire. It's actually pretty crazy. Our 268 got ammo racked, which really sucks. I see that BZ. I see him. Look, you guys can see that BZ over there. Like, bro thinks, oh, he's gonna poke. I'm not going to poke. It's never going to happen. I'm gonna sit here and wait for my shells to come back. Okay. There you go. Nice 365. Alright. Let's reload again. We're up to 2,000 damage, which is alright. That BZ's still over there. Alright, there's our 3rd shell, and then we got 1 more. There we go. We finally have all of my shells loaded. Could this tank be any slower? The answer is no. I really don't think it could be. I wonder if we can... Well, you know what? If you're going to show me your side there, there's 1 pen. 2 pens. 3 pens. Okay, pretty good. 2,800 damage now. We have to wait, though. The last thing I want is the BZ-75 or the Minnow or any of these other tanks to be able to get to my side. So we have to wait, and wait, and wait, and wait we shall. Of course, my teammate gets nuked, which really sucks. And there you go. There's 1 pen into the 100. 2 pens into the 100. 3 pens. Okay. We're up to 4,000 damage, which is decent. Unfortunately, we are going to lose. It really sucks, because I did a lot this game. I really did. Oh, well. There you go. Ooh, 17 damage. Let me see if I can, like, ammo rack this guy. Wouldn't that be amazing? Nah, there's no way. I tried my best, but, it's all I could do. 4,600. If our team was not awful, this could have been a crazy farm. It really could have been, but... Yeah. See this WZ here? This player is single-handedly the reason we lost. I told you right at the beginning. I said it. Super heavily armored tank, and you're going to drive it to the freaking medium spot and do literally nothing. This vehicle helping us push on the heavy side would have won our team the game. It's that simple. Like, I had to dump my shells on that E100 to kill him. I didn't have a choice. And unfortunately, when you're doing that, it just nukes your DPM, and you can't do anything at that point. You're just done. So, oh well. Great team. Great team. Still went up on our percent, though. 4,600 damage. I racked up 3 kills. And we went up 3.33% on our mark, giving us the first mark of the vehicle. So that's pretty good. I mean, look at this team, dude. Like, what am I supposed to do? 44% Kron. The WZ did second on the team, even though they were freaking awful. Like, but we did get the first mark. So that is pretty nice. What are we doing in the vehicle so far? 26. We're at 33 games in the Feliche, still averaging 3,800 damage. Our win rate's only 63%, but as I've mentioned, I don't really care about my win rate in this tank. I just don't, because right now I'm trying to get our 3 marks done. So we've been doing pretty good overall. Our average XP per game is 1,722 right now. Let's compare that to Dizzy. What is Dizzy's account name? It's The Dizzy. Is this it? Yeah. Tanks. I can't believe Dizzy's 3 mark 20 tanks already. The amount of no life is insane, Dizzy. It really is. So Dizzy averaged 1,630 XP in the vehicle. And their average damage was 3,572. And it took them 80 games to 3 mark it. We've been doing a lot better than that. We've been doing way better in terms of average damage. We've been doing way better in terms of average XP. So far, I would have to say that we are on track to marking this vehicle potentially a lot faster. But we'll find out. We will find out. Okay. My nose is very itchy. Left Wattby for many days with the new update for Unreal Engine. Why? Unreal Engine isn't even coming for a very long time still. 2 heavies on the enemy team. Okay. Okay. I have no support. The 5A is going to mid. BGN player and the Rhino, that sucks. We have 0 support on the heavy flank. I hate when I get teams like this, I really do. Hmm. Are you serious? There you go. At least we penned that one. Well, not able to get any more damage, but we've assisted a little bit, and they're bled at least a decent amount. Okay. The rhino's spotted, which means I should be able to move up on this 116. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to move over here. There you go. It's a really nice shot into that player. There you go. Nice 469 into the Badger. Okay, good start. It's a good start. We've done 1,500 damage. And while our 5A may be very bad at the game, good news is I personally have done okay. But yeah, my teammate is pretty terrible. Really? You're that good at the game that you can pen that? Okay, dude. There's 300. Okay. Are you serious? Are you serious? Are you freaking serious? You piece of shit. Nah. Fuck this game, dude. Whatever. Whatever. I'm dead now. That's great. Whatever. Yeah, good job, Badger. Whatever. That pissed me off. That pissed me off a lot. Because our team refused to do anything to the enemies that were sitting in the open shooting me. And then what really pissed me off was the shots that they were hitting me with. They hit the most bullshit shots on my tank and penned them all. They really did. It's fine though. We needed a game to end the stream on, and this will be the game that we are ending it on. If our 5A didn't throw his tank away, we could have done really good. If he had just waited for me to move up and get my shells loaded, I could have pushed behind, and I could have helped with the Badger, and I could have killed the 116. But our 5A throwing his tank away in the first 10 frickin' seconds of the game screwed it. So, oh well. Either way, we're going to end the stream there. I'm going to continue playing this maybe tomorrow. We've been doing fine in the tank, but I don't want to play too much more today. We've been playing too much Blitz. So, I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.